Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Scarlett and ByuN on Daybreak, the latter edition. In the bottom left side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Scarlett. And in the top right side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is ByuN. Alright, so a TVZ from Nation Wars for you today from lotv.spawningtool.com. A wonderful website, again, good resource for replays if you're looking for them. Usually if there's a professional replay that I'm casting, it's going to be from that site. So go ahead and take a look, see if you can find it there. So you can search by player name, you can search by map, you can search by tournament that it was played in. So again, just looking for ByuN versus Scarlett, for example, and looking for Daybreak under Nation Wars, you'd probably find this very game. This very game for you right away. ByuN going for the low ground barracks here on Daybreak, interestingly enough. Not walling off at the top of his ramp, not worried, I suppose, about early Ling harass. Which I'm not sure he should feel that safe about, but no. Double barracks opening, that's why. That's why he's not worried. That's why Scarlett's going extractor pool instead of hatch first. Because she knows the potential for early Reaper harass is excellent out of ByuN. And by Reaper harass, I mean like 18 Reapers coming at you, because that's what the mass 3 Racks Reaper thing does. Hey-oh. Alright, so I know that sounded sad, because it was. The mass Reaper thing is difficult. As a Zerg player, I just fully understand how difficult and that is, in fact, to deal with. Anyway, we're not going to stress about it though. We're not going to stress at all about it. Second barracks about to finish. Another barracks on the way. This opening is very potent. We will see how Scarlett handles it with the earlier queen, the earlier ability to get a roach warren, because the spawning pool is finished at a sooner time. ByuN finishing his wall off at the front with a supply depot. Yes, it is. It's a supply depot. So Lings can't get through this wall, and the Reapers are going to have a field day out in the open here. Ling speed is on the way, but it is not close to finish yet. And a single Reaper moving on out. Again, we know this is not what we're expecting here anyway. And you know what? Let's go ahead. Let's name these dudes. Let's name these friends of ours. So this is the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, or MU for short. Throwing down KD8 charges, knocking that queen back. And a leader to lead them. It is Christopher Lee. I've never actually seen. I'm pretty sure it's a movie. The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. I should put it on my list, as I do love Christopher Lee. He's a wonderful actor. Did he die? I can't keep track of all the actors who have died. Second Reaper shows up, and I think Scarlett knows what's going on at this point. Also has a scouting overlord over there, so probably knows anyway. So making a roach warren just about complete. Again, I'm split on this. I feel like roaches are okay, but you really need our Ravagers. What you really need are Ravagers in this situation. So 3 Reapers. ByuN's going to keep them alive. Oh, by that I mean going to hop up a ramp where there are Lings and Queens ready to go, ready to rock. Almost killing one of the Reapers, but not quite. So 4 Reapers now in the group, 3 at a time, coming all the way from across the map here. Queens in production consistently. Roaches, Ravagers morphing in as well. It's really the Ravagers' ability to have that range of 6 and a little bit extra movement speed that is really crucial against this early Reaper stuff. So far, Scarlett's done an amazing job keeping this away from the drones, keeping this away from the hatcheries. The Reapers have not really been able to get on the creep at all to this point. Again, Ravager ready to go. Going to be the salvation of this group. Scarlett does not have many units. So picking off a Reaper with the Roach group and the Ravager. 3 Roaches and a Ravager here. Queen does get picked off by the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, or MU for short, but a Reaper is lost in the process. Good job moving the wounded ones back, though. ByuN's micro is actually kind of insane right here. Moving those wounded Reapers back, pulling them off the creep, patrolling back and forth, hoping for combat drugs to kick in and heal them up, and they are. They are. By hoping, I mean he knows they will, because this is not Hearthstone where there's a ton of RNG, and you're like, well, maybe it'll heal me for 42 health, and maybe it'll heal me for 56. It'd be nice if we actually knew, wouldn't it? All right, again, just this is an amazing job by Scarlett. Again, these Reapers are just pacing like animals. Like wild tigers. Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, MU. They don't want to go on the creep. They're kind of trying to keep Scarlett on 2 bases right now. And you know what? It's kind of working. Not really losing the Reapers. They're going to lose their effectiveness at some point. And ticking out another one. Another Reaper dies. ByuN says, that's my cue. Perhaps it's time to go. KD8 charge. Covering their retreat there as well. And tapping back up to the left Zelnaga Watchtower. is ByuN. Scarlett holding the top, needs to expand. Needs to expand right now, because guess what? ByuN has an expansion. It's 39 to 30, or 41 to 35 harvesters. Scarlett has a lead, but again on 2 base, starting to get a little bit oversaturated. You can see that red on the natural base. Really needs to go for a third, sending overlords perhaps to scout and see if it's safe. And of course it's not, because it's ByuN, and ByuN has his Reapers over there before Scarlett can even scout it. Oh, some more roaches in production for Scarlett. Has 3 Ravagers now, which has got to feel pretty comfortable indeed. And another Reaper. No, everybody gets hit by that KDA charge though, flailing their legs and arms and stuff. It's just legs, right? These just have legs. Yep, 6 legs, like a crab. Do crabs have 6 legs? I'm pretty sure they do. Crabs have 6 legs. That is my nature fact for the day. Nidus Worm coming in for Scarlett. Hey-oh. Oh, man, I do love the Nidus. I do love the Nidus Worm here. Losing more Reapers. ByuN has lost 4 so far, and he's only killed a Queen and a Creep Tumor. This may be the most effective defense of Reaper Harass I've ever seen. And you know what? If we want to credit that to Scarlett's Extractor Pool opening, I am okay with that. I'm okay with crediting it to that. I will stop asking the question, why the Extractor Pool from pros in ZVT? And the answer is this. This is why. You can hold off a 3-rack Reaper from ByuN if you do it. All right, a lot of Queens going to pop inside this Nidus network. Queens, Roach is getting in here as well. Where's this Nidus Worm going to pop? Right here on this ramp outside of the natural base of ByuN, but at a good staging location to get some stuff done. Marine push coming in from ByuN, though, with medevac support. Here at the 6.5-minute mark, man, that early 3-rack Reaper did not slow him down seemingly at all, really. It's a minute and a half later than it usually is, but here it is. Nonetheless, Nidus Worm erupting. Did we not hear the sound? I don't know if we heard the sound. Either way, front door of ByuN is in a lot of trouble right now. Another Nidus Worm coming inside the main base here. They're going to try to knock down this front door. Corrosive Biles landing, trying to kill reactors, trying to slow down ByuN's production time here. And there's nothing to defend against this whatsoever. The Marines are now coming in to try to do this thing. A lot of Roaches, a lot of Ravagers, a lot of Queens. Got to focus down those medevacs. No, but I think ByuN is actually going to hold this. Just barely. It's going to be super close, but no more Roaches popping out of the Nidus Worm. And getting the heck on out of there is ByuN. He is basically abandoning his natural base at this point in time. Scarlett has foregone a 3rd base of her own. So this is not ball game by any stretch of the imagination, boys and girls. The natural base by ByuN is essentially under lockdown. There are a few SCVs here, but not that many. Marines coming down. Reapers coming down, trying to do stuff as well. Christopher Lee, I think, is dead. At this point, are there any Reapers on the field? No. Christopher Lee and his ministry are dead. Crossbows landing on that bunker, trying to get rid of it here in the natural base as well. Any more reinforcements? Yes, reinforcements streaming in for Scarlett. Really should be taking a 3rd base right now. Has enough minerals to do it. Definitely has enough, trying to get rid, or at least force a liftoff for ByuN of this natural base. The repair, though, keeping it alive. More Marines coming in to try to deal with this at the same time. The repair, so clutch. Out of ByuN, Corrosive Biles being tossed down on those SCVs as well. Marines coming in. Every time they get a little bit too close to these units, so they are dying. SCVs trying to fight as well. Tanks on the high ground. Another tank on the ramp getting murdered, and it looks like Scarlett is pulling back to the Nidus Worm. Getting surrounded by SCVs, getting murdered by Marines is actually not a great feeling. Reinforcing Roaches coming from who knows where. Why didn't they just take the Nidus network? I don't understand. But either way, Scarlett might be done pulling back to the network, but not actually going inside it right now. Keeping that natural base for ByuN was absolutely critical. Critical he not be forced to lift that one off. He needs the income from that to stay alive at this point in time. I feel like tanks are good. Liberators really good as well. Although, again, Corrosive Bile great against Liberators in Defender mode as they are stationary targets. Trying to push back this creep is ByuN. That's all the way up, almost touching his natural base, although the tumors are gone now, so that should start to recede momentarily and temporarily. Walking into Defender mode circles, and Liberator's dead. Immediately dead at this point in time. Additional Roaches coming out. Finally taking a 3rd is Scarlett. But a drop is probably going to shut that thing down, unfortunately. More Corrosive Biles tossed down, forcing cancels on supply depots as well. A lot of dead SCVs at this point, and by that I mean about 2. And it's 102 to 85 total supply. Scarlett looking strong. Looking strong right now. Landing outside the creep is ByuN with his Marine hit squad. About 8 of them here. Coming into this 3rd base. Going to force a cancel. I don't see how Scarlett can save this. The Marines are here. They have +1/+1 and stim. Scarlett is waiting until the very last second. And there's the cancel. Roaches and Ravagers showing up, but just a couple seconds too late. Just a couple seconds too late there. Ugh. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. All right, so we're at 2 base to 2 base, which definitely favors ByuN at this point in time. 19 SCVs have been killed to 1 drone. It's 39 to 47 workers, though. Scarlett actually down in worker count. ByuN has been macroing like a beast, like he does. Like he does. I'm not surprised by that, obviously. But it's really, really benefiting him very well at this point. Corrosive Bile's landing, hitting absolutely nothing for ByuN. I'm not sure if they were going for that bunker or not. That would have been nice. Would have been nice, but not exactly what happened. Or perhaps the tank on the high ground, perhaps the other tanks on the high ground. There are actually 4 tanks here. Corrosive Bile's landing and going after the bunker. They do get the bunker, but they actually have enough to force ByuN back. He keeps moving in here with Marines, but it's just too many Roaches with +1/+1. Too many Ravagers with +1/+1 as well. Again, the Ravagers do not take the extra damage from tanks as they are not armored units. So it's 40 damage versus 70. It's almost twice as much damage versus these Roaches, which is why the Roaches are not going in here to where the circles of death are with the tanks. Corrosive Bile's landing and going after this refinery. Supply depot's burning down. ByuN obviously knows that it is happening, but is choosing not to repair it. Now he's repairing it. Now he's actually repairing it here. ByuN landing with medevac outside, going for yet another hit. Refinery dies. Second refinery for ByuN is gone right now. Immediately replanted by ByuN. It looks like Scarlett's pulling back. Scarlett is pulling back inside the Nidus Worm. Immediately, ByuN comes in, kills the creep tumors, and kills the Nidus Worm that has been causing him so much trouble in this early game. So the Scarlet response to 3-Rax Reaper was Nidus, and it did a lot of damage here. Resources lost as a bunch of Roaches and Ravagers come in and force ByuN off the Zelnaga Watchtower on the left side. As it turns out, about 6,000 resources lost for the Zerg player and about 5,000, maybe 6-ish, for the Terran. So pretty close for resources lost at this point. 50 to 49 Harvesters. Scarlett has just taken the lead on ByuN on that one. There's been creep pooping over here at the 3rd base for ByuN. Can expand there for just a little bit. Again, creep spread does recede more quickly in Legacy of the Void than it did in Heart of the Swarm, so ByuN should not have to worry too much. Infestation Pit coming in for Scarlett here at the natural base, morphing all the way from a drone. It didn't come from anywhere. It just came from a drone that was hatched. It's the miracle of life, everybody, is what it is. Liberator trying to move around this top side and come harass the 3rd base of Scarlett. Overlord scouted that, though. I'm pretty sure Scarlett saw that and should be ready for it. Throwing down missile turrets to protect this 3rd base that is not here yet is ByuN. He's got tanks, he's got Marines. Again, tank count is in response to the Roach Ravager play that Scarlett is going for. A tech swap here, tech switch would be really good for Scarlett. Going for 5 Infestors, getting Tunneling Claws and +2 missile attack. That could be interesting here out of Scarlett. I suppose that's what our missile turret is for. It's not against air units because there aren't any, but it's there for Burrow Roach, which again, if you have that many Roaches, might as well get Burrow Move for them. It's going to be a good thing for sure. Another drop coming up the middle. Liberator trying to sneak down to this 3rd base. There is no defense here whatsoever. Spore Crawler coming in, but not quite done yet. Setting up the Defender Mode circle. The Queen walking into the Circle of Doom and might die. Yes, it does die, but Corrosive Bile finishes off the Liberator. Spore Crawler assisting as well. So fairly well ahead. Lost a Queen there in the process. Pushing up the middle are these Marines trying to kill these creep. Oh, creep spreading Queens, but the Burrow keeping them alive. I'm not sure if they would have died anyway, but again, Burrow is just, it's so smart. We just don't see it enough in ZVT, in my opinion. Spire on the way, Hive on the way for Scarlett, continuing the upgrades for the Marines, continuing upgrades for tanks, +1 vehicle weapons being researched for ByuN as well. Monsieur ByuN. +2 missile attack, about 75% complete out of the Scarlett. We've got Marines, we got medevacs, we got tanks here for ByuN, and it is 49 to 58 Harvesters. 4th base under construction for Scarlett here to the right of the 3rd. Creep spread pretty active right now as we see some new tumors being thrown down immediately. I just realized they're called tumors, like cancer? Like cancer, yes, Falcon Paladin, that is what the word tumor means, like cancer. I guess it makes sense. It does spread gross stuff that the humans don't want, which pretty much describes cancer pretty well. Another small attack from ByuN. Maybe he was going to try something, but again, the Overlord spread by Scarlett is really good. It's hard for ByuN to sneak anything in here on her. Greater Spire coming in for Scarlett. +3 Ground Carapace. At the same time, ByuN is researching +3 weapons for his bio units and +2 for his vehicles as well. He just has a lot of Marines is what he has. Coming up here, killing them tumors. Again, just playing the part of the surgeon. 70 Marines, 9 tanks, and 3 Marauders for ByuN. Roach Ravager out of Scarlett, but again, the 5 Infestors help immensely. Corruptors in the Sky going to help immensely as well. And again, if you're just stuck on Roach Ravager past this point, you're in trouble against somebody like ByuN for sure. But I do like the higher tech choices that Scarlett is making. We'll see if it pays off in the end. Marines walking right into this 4th base and actually pulling back. Is he worried? Oh, Infester's coming from the backside. Maybe going to try to fungal from back there. They don't have Neural Parasite. But setting up here, getting closer to this 4th base. Marines are threatening it. Tanks not quite close enough to shell it yet. But it might actually get there in just a second. Another drop from ByuN coming into the main base at the same time. Dropping these here Marines with +2/+2. Roaches are here, ready to defend, though. And moving in a little bit here is ByuN. Again, he's just doing splits. He's splitting his units. And Infested Terrans being tossed down to the backside, distracting the tanks. And Fungals being tossed down as well, killing a bunch of units at the front door here, but losing a lot at the same time. The tanks were distracted, but not long enough. As it turns out, tank count very scary. There are 11 of them right here at the 4th. Scarlett has some Broodlords coming in, though. 4 Broodlords in production right now, and I'm pretty sure ByuN has no idea that these are coming. Trying to distract, trying to delay, trying to hold off this army so that she can keep her 4th Fungals with Corrosive Bile, the Fungal Bile ability, but the Marines and Marauders are standing right on top of this 4th base. It is definitely going to fall. There's the tap by ByuN, but the Broodlord's coming out just 2 seconds too late to save it. Throwing down the Broodlings. And that's enough to make ByuN retreat. He says, I don't have anything to deal with Broodlords. Switching up to Viking production immediately, though, upon seeing those Broodlords. Got caught a little bit by surprise. Is forced to retreat. I feel like if he had seen that Greater Spire in time, he would have brought some Vikings with him and been able to win that game right there. But he did kill the 4th. Scarlett's 5th is up and running, though. But again, the 4th base by ByuN is here as well. Just now starting to get saturated. 56-48 Harvesters. Another attempt of an attack by Marines. Here up at this 5th base in the top left, the 4th one is being replanted immediately by Scarlett. APM for these players over 300 each, 327 for Scarlett, and 352 for ByuN. I think that's what they call a spoonerism, where you mix up certain syllables in 2 words and kind of switch them in your brain. More Corruptors coming in for Scarlett. Did she actually keep any of those? Nope, made all 4 of those into Broodlords initially. Has 7 more Corruptors coming in. Trying to do the Burrow Roach thing in the bottom right, but just getting massacred by tanks, mostly, unfortunately enough. +3 infantry armor, just about to complete here for ByuN. Spore Crawlers on the way. Vipers. Ooh, we do like the Viper play from Zerg. We feel like that helps give Zerg a bit more of a chance to win games against Protoss and Terran, whether it's Blinding Cloud, whether it's Abduct, whether it's Parasitic Bomb. Here comes ByuN, the Fungal whiff. The defensive Fungal by Scarlett hits absolutely nothing. ByuN dodging that absolutely beautifully. Absolutely beautifully. The Broodlords are here. The Corruptors are here as well. Corruptors trying to kill the Vikings and the Medivacs. Broodlords very happily throwing Broodlings down onto this army composition. Corruptors in the sky trying to get rid of all the Medivacs. I think the Vikings are all dead. A lot of dead bile here, but the Corruptors exploding in the sky as well. Vikings show up, say, nope, we don't like this. We don't like this at all. Only 2 of us. We had hoped there would be more, but no. And the Broodlords are giving chase before they pull back as well. So 4th base by Scarlett is up and running. 5th base functional as well. 56-48 total Harvesters. Scarlett has the lead. 75 dead Roaches in this game. 133 Marines. Only 1 dead tank so far. That may prove to be crucial for ByuN. Although, again, against Broodlords, turns out tanks not super useful, not entirely useless, however, as their splash damage against Broodlings can help take them out of the battle pretty quickly. It's just the splash damage also hurts their own friends that the Broodlings are currently attacking, so that's a problem. Coming up to assault this 5th base, here comes ByuN. Marines coming up onto the high ground, tanks on the low ground. Viper used for what is the question. You can't abduct the tanks with just a couple Vipers. Are the Broodlords here? The Broodlords are here to defend. Corruptors throwing down that Parasitic Bomb on the Vikings, immediately splitting the wounded one off. Is ByuN. A couple more hits on that 5th base. Can they finish it off? They're going to try to do it, and going after drones as well. Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted here. Viking count. There are 5 of them. 2 more come in. Corruptors killing the 2 newcomers immediately, though. Corrosive Bile's landing. It's a bit stuck in a corner here. Is ByuN. He's going for it. He's pushed. He's desperate. He is absolutely trying to do this thing now, but Corruptors are killing all of the Medivacs. The Viking count is down to 0. At this point, the Broodlords isn't enough to take out the rest of these Marines. More Vikings coming in. Hero Vikings possibly. No, the Corruptor count still too high right now. The tanks are absolutely forfeit at this point in time. They are getting whittled down by the Broodlings. They're trying to kill Broodlings as fast as they can, but is it going to be enough? It is not. It is not going to be enough, but they do take down the 5th base. That's a huge deal. Huge deal taking down the 5th base. Marines are here at the 4th base of Scarlett as well, burrowing the drones, but the scan reveals that they are here. In fact, 109 to 84. Total supply, 47 to 48 harvesters. ByuN somehow still alive. Somehow still alive. Remember how he'd lost 1 tank previously? He's now lost 12. He has now lost 12 because he got stuck in that corner. Medevacs getting destroyed. Corruptor count high enough to deal with the Medevacs and the Vikings. And the Broodlords are allowed to do whatever they wish. 12 kills, 9 kills, 7 kills on those Broodlords. Not getting a lot of kill shots, but doing enough to weaken a lot. SCVs coming in to defend here at the 4th base as well. Fungals being tossed down on the Marines. It's 111 to 76. Total supply. Broodlings from above and the Broodlords. There is nothing here for ByuN. He has a tank. He has a couple of Medevacs. He has a handful of Marines. 17 SCVs killed just in the last couple of seconds here. Scarlett is trying to put the clamps down on this. The 4th base does explode. 5th base is complete for ByuN. However, he is always scary to this point. He is basically doubled up on supply right now, though, which is a problem for the blue Terran player. The Zerg Swarm. It's not a big Zerg Swarm, but it is enough of a swarm where ByuN has exactly 23 Marines and 2 tanks remaining, which is just not going to be enough. The 5th base does end up exploding. ByuN is trying to hold out for one final stand. Custer's last stand, you may call it. Again, I'm not sure maybe that he knows what that is because I'm not sure how much of Western American history you learn in Korea. Probably not a lot. I don't remember learning anything about Korean history when I was in school. All right. Actually, I should learn more about Korean history. Let's do that. Let's do that for a project over the next week. So these are +3/+3 Marines, and generally they're good against Broodlords, but not when they're being supported by Roaches and Ravagers with +3/+2. And it's just too much. It's just too much here. Trying to replant a 4th base is ByuN. Got the Marines, got the tanks, killing creep tumors that are pushing right up to that 4th base location. Get it back, creep. Get the back, creep. Get the hence, is what they say. Burrow Roaches. Oh, Burrow Roaches sneaking in for the KO. Trying to get right on top of the tank, right on top of the Marines. Equidistant, going for it. There it is. Surprise! Surprise, Roaches. The tanks are all gone. Roaches, Ravagers against the Marines. The fungal essential in this battle as well. And that is it. A GG from ByuN. ByuN is defeated. Oh, that was one of the more interesting ZVTs I've ever cast in my entire life. The 3-Rax Reaper opening. Into the Nidus play. Into the Marine tank stuff. Into the Roach Ravager Burrow Roach with Infestor play as well. Scarlett loses her 4th. Loses her 5th. Replants the 4th base. Again, the crucial battle up here. ByuN got a little stuck up here in this corner near the 5th base. Did end up killing it, but lost so many tanks in the process. Did not have enough anti-air to deal with the Broodlords. As it turned out, thought he had enough, but again, they just kept coming in 2s and 4s and never really got that critical mass where they could deal with the Corruptors very well. In the end, how many Vikings died? 15. 15 Vikings died in exchange for how many Corruptors? 14 Corruptors. So Scarlett's okay with that. That is a fair trade in her estimation. 5 Infestors died, 112 Roaches, 235 Marines, and 14 tanks. So good one. Great job there by Scarlett, getting that win against ByuN, one of the scariest Terran players on Earth. But that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.